Like
guys
bad.
You're going after. This is what we need to talk about.
Okay.
What's Chrissy's type?
My type?
Yeah.
Of course, a fuckboy type right now.
You think it's true? I am.
It's true.
It is true. Like most times when I'm attracted to a guy, he ends up being a douchebag.
I'm alive, bro.
Geezus. Jesus.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another episode of Geezus. Your host, George MORA, and your co-host,
Edwin CHUYA. What is up? What is up?
Y'all know what is up. All right, cool. So we got a guest today, dope as fuck. All right, been waiting for her to come on for a minute. But before that, let's just go over like a little bit of like news that happened yesterday.
The recap of the fights.
The recap of the fights. UFC 253. The fucking... What was my prediction for last one? You remember that? Paulo Costa versus Israel Adesanya.
I'm pretty sure you said that you think Adesanya was gonna win.
Adesanya was gonna win, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna win a decision round.
Yeah.
Bro, this is supposed to be the most hyped up fight of the year, mind you. All right.
Uh-huh.
The boss Dana White comes in and he's the one who's saying this is the fight of the year. This has to be the fight of the year. Everybody is looking forward to this fight. They're both undefeated. They both have zero losses. So somebody's O has got to go. All right, and I'm like, yo, Adesanya, very tactical fighter, been knocking people out. The other dude, Paulo Costa, big Superman, beefy looking motherfucker, knocking dudes out cold, like going up against the hardest motherfuckers in the game. And he goes in, and this is supposed to be like a 5-round, like fucking hardcore fight. Like a hard fight, bro. Like this is like just crazy. This dude is so much more massive and bigger than Israel Adesanya. Adesanya is like a lot skinnier. Yeah. But I know he's got 100 fights under his belt. Just like 100 just straight up fights, like kickboxing fights. Yeah. Not MMA fights. So they meet up, they fight in the fucking center of the octagon. Paulo Costa being super cocky, bro. He's like, yo, just meet me in the center. I don't want to do none of this grappling shit. I don't want to do like no fucking kicking. I just want to literally square off with you in the center of the octagon, right? Uh-huh. Israel Adesanya, the smart tactician that he is, he's not dumb. He's not going to walk in front of him and like get fucking swung on. So he just he stands outside. He's like, yo, you're fighting like Romero. You're fighting like a little bitch right now. Okay. Like, come at me. Starts kicking his legs. Bro, the first round, dude, I'm looking at this dude's legs. You can see the mark on his legs from all the kicks that he's absorbing. And then round 1, he's talking all this shit like, yo, meet me in there. And then round 2 comes by. He's quiet, bro. I'm like, dude, those legs hurt. They're adding up. Like, his ACL is probably torn. His shit is fucked up. He's not walking after he sits down after this round. I'm like, there's no way this is round 3. No way. I think he ate like 50 leg shots in just under 10 minutes. It's crazy, bro. I go down after the 4th leg shot, bro. I am like incapacitated. Damn, I cannot move my leg for 2 weeks. All right, I've trained with fuckers like this.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, that Diego, you know Diego, right?
Diego's hits are crazy.
Violates me, bro. Violates me with the fucking leg
always.
shots. This dude's eating fucking 50 leg shots. No way, dude. He made it look easy. Israel Adesanya made it look easy, bro. Hey. He made it look fucking easy, bro. It was crazy. The craziest fucking fight. Just picked him off. He didn't even get hit. He probably got tagged like once, but like, dude, clean dude, fresh as fuck, just like amazing fucking fight, amazing performance. After that fight, he just wanted to fight again. He's like after this fight, that's the 100th win he's had in his career, just fighting. Oh wow, that's crazy. I don't think anybody else has like more than 100 fights, except probably like Wonder Boy. Okay. Yeah, which is another kickboxer. 100 fights, that's crazy. But that's crazy, bro. And he called somebody else out immediately after that fight, so he made this dude look like chicken shit. Like that,
like a plaything, literally.
Crazy fucking fight. Anyways, yo, that shit just hyped me up. I couldn't believe what I fucking saw. There was so many other great fights on that card. Fucking I forgot. Jan something. This Polish dude just came in and wrecked the motherfucker, bro. Hold up. I gotta mention him real quick because that dude is fucking crazy, bro. I took a picture of these shits too because I was like, yo, I can't believe it. John Blachowicz, some Polish dude. He knocked out Luke Rockhold, and I saw that knockout, and I re-saw it again on YouTube because they posted up. So UFC does their amazing marketing. They just put the fight right before, like they just release it for like a few hours right before the fight. Yeah. So you get hyped up. I'm like, dude, this dude's hands is crazy, bro. He's crazy, and now he wants to fight one of the best in the world, John Jones, at like a light heavyweight. Oh, so really? Oh, he just came in. He came in like this, bro. Just like no hands up, like no guarding, no like just literally just like this, bro. Just came in like that and knocked the dude out like some Polish Hulk smash looking motherfucker.
Wow, that confidence must have been real for him.
Swear to God, it was. That's what they said. Real. So yo, respect to that dude. Great fights. Can't wait for the next ones. Can't wait for Khabib versus Justin Gaethje. That's gonna be a crazy fight. I got my money on Khabib. Hands up. Yeah. That's all. That's all that needs to be said on that arena. Anyways, all right, fuck. Enough of my ranting, enough of my fucking rambling. Let's get our guest on, all right? She is from Greece, an Instagram model, single by the way, all right? In the fashion industry, she's also in public relationships. She's in public relations and social media marketing. Today we have Chrissy and my high school long friend, yo.
Yep.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on, yo. Shit. I don't know if I hyped that up long enough, but
it's fine. Got all the hype regardless. What's up, you guys?
Yo, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I know it's been kind of crazy to get like people on or like get you on, I guess. I feel you have a crazy ass schedule.
Yeah.
You know, you're fucking, winters in the Bahamas, summers in the Hamptons.
Oh, really? Damn. Caught it right here too.
That was a good one. I like that.
Right?
Yeah, I like traveling and stuff, but on a day-to-day basis, like, yeah, I try to keep myself busy, especially like during pandemic and stuff, just to not like get depressed.
Yeah, right. I mean, you kind of just escape to like the Hamptons. Like, what's it like out there?
Like, it's very like frou-frou. Everybody thinks they're the shit out there.
Oh, really?
Not gonna lie.
No
yeah.
way.
Really?
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe. It's like, if you don't have money out there, like, what are you doing?
Oh, wow.
That's really
Because that was me like the other day. I didn't go to the Hamptons, but I went like near it.
Yeah.
And all I saw was like a bunch of cars, like trucks, SUVs, fucking like just any car with the fucking Trump flag. Just repping that shit down the fucking...
They're huge out there with Trump. I mean, like, I assume that when you have more money, you kind of just become a Trump supporter.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so facts.
That's so true, yeah.
That's so facts.
It's all, like, connected to business because a lot of those people own businesses. And I guess Trump is very, like, pro-business, I guess.
My thing is, like, dude, like, even if you do have, like, very good business, like, dude, I can't see myself supporting anybody so much where I have a flag taped up to the back of my car.
No,
and just
100%.
That's a next level
like,
type of thing, man.
You have like a small dick if you're going that hard for someone that doesn't care about you.
For real.
Like, why do you care so much about someone that literally, if you died, like, he wouldn't give a shit?
Damn, why you gotta attack his dicks, bro? Like, but anybody that's watching this is...
But, like, you know it's true. You know it's true that man is not, like, he's not carrying anything. It's true, right?
It's true.
Yo, wait. Are you talking about Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Trump
and
for
anyone
sure.
that supports him.
Oh, my God.
I'm going hard right now.
Going hard right now, fuck. She don't give a shit, bro. And this is what I like, is because you do this on your Snapchat too, and I'll be watching the Snapchat stories, and she just be fucking going off on like any little thing.
Yeah, don't even come for me a little bit.
Oh, wow.
That's really how I am. But yeah, out there it's very like, it's almost like you're leaving the real world and going into like this false image of like what the world would be like if like you had a lot of money. I mean, like, for people like us, if we went out there for like a day trip, obviously it's not that big of a deal because like anybody could spend money out there on a day trip.
That's what I did. Yeah,
but like to like rent out a house and actually stay there, you need like $50,000 a month.
That's fucking
which
crazy.
Nobody here has. So
nope, I don't have no $50,000 a month. But YouTube, if you want to blow up my channel and start monetizing me, yeah, I'll be ready for that.
One day, man. Goals.
You're gonna see me in the fucking Hamptons,
manifesting.
bro. 5 years from now.
OD
manifesting. Hell yeah. Very fucking important.
I hardcore manifest things. I'm not even trying, and I do it.
What are some of the things you've manifested?
a lot of the things I manifest have to do with guys. Like, just the other day, I was thinking about some guy, and I was texting one of my friends, and I was like, you know, if I saw this kid, I don't know what I would do, because I just started talking to him. And then the next day, he's right in front of me. Like, how does that happen?
Right in front of you, like, I don't know what
you manifested.
Yeah,
were you like low key, like maybe like half asleep, or you like texting him like, yo, come on?
No.
What are the odds?
I swear to God. And it was like, okay, so I got up in the morning and I was like, you know, I was like thinking about the kid. And then I told my mom, like, let's drive to this store. I need to pick something up. We drive to the store. Everything that like I wanted from the store was not there. And then on the way out, I see him. I'm like, so this day was purposely so that could happen. You get it?
Yeah, I got you.
Meanwhile, like before I went to the store, I called. I was like, do you have that in stock? And they were like, yeah. And before I got there, they sold the last thing. So I felt like I went out of my way just to see this kid, who I've never met in real life. It was just through Instagram.
But he don't know it.
He doesn't know it.
But now he knows it.
Now you know it.
If he watches this.
Exactly. But yeah, I do that a lot.
For a lot of different guys?
A lot of different guys, but also like with creepy shit too. So over the summer, I went to Cold Springs, which is some place upstate, with my mom and my sister. And there was like this creepy doll outside one of these antique stores. And I was like, I don't fuck with dolls. Like, I don't trust them. They have like people inside of them. So I
OD
Yeah.
scared of fucking
And it was
dolls.
just when that rumor started going around that Annabelle had come out of her glass case. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
It was all over Twitter that like Annabelle had left her case, and like people were doing memes about like she's like in the Bahamas or something. And I had just told my sister when I saw this doll, I was like, yo, did you hear that Annabelle like got out of her cage? And my sister was like, what the fuck? I don't even know what that is. The next day, so I like Googled a picture to show her what the real Annabelle looks like. Not because the real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll. It's not like a porcelain doll. So I Googled it and I showed her. And then the next day on the beach with my fucking sister, I turn around and there's a Raggedy Ann doll. I've never seen a Raggedy Ann doll like in the last 10 years. Why did that all of a sudden happen the day after I was talking about Annabelle?
Yo, you really did manifest.
I really did.
Crazy.
And my sister, who I tell her about my manifestations like all the time, she's like, yo, you're full of shit, whatever. When that happened, she was like, get the fuck away from me.
All right, Chrissy, from now on, all you're allowed to think of is George needs money.
Yes.
George needs money, you guys.
George. Leave likes, comments.
Can you manifest me $1,000 today, please?
Honestly, think about it. You never know.
Yo, no, because we do actually talk a lot about manifestation. A lot of the guests that we've had on talk about manifestation. We've had actually, this is actually a good little shout out to my boy Orlando, somebody we had on the show. Mm-hmm. He was manifesting, literally just talking about how he wants to be a pro UFC fighter. Mm-hmm. He wants to be a pro fighter, MMA, mixed martial artist. So UFC didn't pick him up. The next big shit picked him up, Bellator. So he's fighting in Bellator, in Connecticut.
I don't know what that is, but great for him. I'm happy for his success.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. Well, it's like right under UFC. It's like the next UFC. Yeah.
So if he were to like keep working at it, he could make it to the UFC.
If he fucking wins that, at this point he don't even need the UFC. If he's in Bellator, if he gets a contract from Bellator.
Oh yeah.
Or if UFC wants to give him a contract, whoever like picks him up first. But this dude's been knocking people out, like just in Emmys.
That's amazing. When did he start? Like
3 years ago? Wow. Or like 4 years ago? Not that long ago.
I think he said 4 years ago.
4 years ago. He hasn't been training that long.
That's really impressive.
The dude got hands. Dude, he fucks me up. I mean, he just puts fucking... I remember one day he literally just he just gave me like a little hook right here. And I low-key felt that shit, black and blue.
Damn. It hurted you.
It hurted me. I felt stunned, bro. I was like, oh, I'm like, dude, we're going light, bro. Sensei is going around the thing. He's like, yo, don't be hitting hard. Mm-hmm. Anybody that gets hit hard does a fucking 100. Everybody does 100 squats.
When you get hit, do you see like white dots? Like if it really hurts?
Sometimes. But the thing is, you get used to it. Like all you're thinking about is like, all right, let me protect myself because I'm not trying to get caught by the next one. The ones you don't see coming. The shots you don't see coming are the ones that knock you out.
Damn.
Yeah, so like...
do that.
What?
When you see me, I'm like, oh, don't touch me.
well, and then that's what I like about the way my sensei does it. Like a Striking 101 is pretty much, and I think a lot of gyms are doing this now, is pretty much, you're doing it softly, right? You're just kind of imitating the motion, and then you're feeling just the pressure of me throwing like the glove in your face, right? And you kind of build up that momentum slowly and slowly and slowly. Because even UFC fighters, you know, when they're training, they don't want to be hit very hard all the time because that's breaking down their body. They're not going to be ready for their fight. So they need to pick the days that they're going to go hard. And then a lot more of those days need to be just basically focusing on working your skill.
Damn. You know, I wish I could fight. I feel like it would come in handy.
Manifest.
It would definitely come in handy.
Like
sure,
I was jumped in Italy. If I knew how to like fight someone off, that would have been amazing.
You were jumped in Italy?
Yeah, I was in a club.
In a club?
In a club environment?
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Listen, it wasn't my fault, okay?
That's what we always say when you have like so many drinks in our system.
I'm telling you, it really wasn't my fault. So my friends, hold on, these slime.
And she's like 4 vodka sodas in.
No, I was sober as hell. So that's why like it really hurt me.
Ah, damn.
I was at this club with a few of like my study abroad friends when I was over there. And all of a sudden, like, I had my hands up in the air dancing. You know how it is. And, I feel this, like, someone grab my wrist and, like, completely turn my arm. And the next thing I know, like, my arm is, like, behind my back and shit. And I'm, like, struggling. And meanwhile, the club is completely packed. So I have no idea who the fuck has my arm right now. And it literally felt like someone was dislocating my shoulder. And then this other guy comes up to me and he's like pushing me, so it's like people are trying to distract me, you know?
Yeah.
And when I finally get hold of my arm, my watch is gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I Googled this club after I left, and supposedly like local Italians, I guess, that are like prone to being thieves will go there and like target the American study abroad students.
Wow, that's
nuts.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me because
smart,
it's like,
though.
how the hell did you know that my watch was nice? Because it was a nice watch. I'm like, how the fuck did you know? Because it's completely dark in the club.
Well, I mean, if I actually like to watch like con artist shit, like or like watch these, or like there's this guy called Apollo Robbins or some shit like that. He's like on a TED Talk, and that's literally what he does. He just takes watches for a living, and he'll do it like literally in front of the cameras. In front of them, telling them, "Hey, I'm gonna take your watch."
And he does it, and they don't realize.
And he does it, and they don't realize.
That's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
You never seen that video?
never.
Fuck, dude.
Shit like that scares me.
Google that shit. But like, so what they do is like, anybody who's gonna do it has to know the thing that they're gonna steal, right?
Yeah. Like,
they have to study watches if that's what they're stealing.
Out there, like before I left for Italy, my parents had told me like, be careful, like they're professional thieves out there.
No way.
They really like Italians, yeah.
No fucking joke, bro.
That's
no.
a good
and,
tip
and,
when I go.
and I don't. And what kind of watch was it? Because like, see, this one is pretty much, it's very easy to take off, right? You kind of just wrap your hand around it, right? And then you kind of just like
it was like
playing
actually
up,
no,
and then boom, it just comes off.
It wasn't like the watch that I own now, which is at home. I don't have it on me, but it was like a leather strap with like what's it? Like,
Okay, yeah, those aren't hard, are they? Yeah, with the little.
With the little
notch.
holes, yeah.
Yeah, the little notch. Yeah. So
Like
yeah,
this.
so basically, like so, like, give me your hand real quick. Yeah, I'll try to do this. I'll try to do this in front of camera. His real quick. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. Okay.
Yeah, it was exactly like that.
The way they do it is they kind of take it and they'll just.
I assume so.
slowly
Yeah,
flip it
actually,
up,
that makes sense because he
go
had
all
his
the way
whole
around.
arm.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then,
okay.
And then from here, it just notches out. So then from there, they just slip it out.
Insane.
Like I'm not a fucking pro at this.
Clearly.
They'll do that, and then like it should just slip out essentially, or like they push it forward and slips out. I don't know.
I was
They
so
do that
upset.
and they rip it out.
I don't know. I was just so upset about it because it was my graduation.
But you didn't get
gift.
jumped though. You said you got jumped.
I felt like I got jumped because afterwards.
That's not getting.
You just
All right.
you just
All right,
gotta
what do
see.
you call it when two men come up on me and are like fucking putting my hands behind my back and shit and pressing up on me and stealing my shit? That's technically getting jumped.
No, they're robbing you.
They're just robbing you.
They're
That's
just
just
robbing you.
straight
Straight
robbery.
All
robbery.
right, so then what would you define getting jumped?
All right, I'll tell you a story. I'll share a story real quick about me fucking
I
getting
got jumped too.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh, you already
shared.
shared that fucking story.
You share your story. All right, go for it.
I have many stories of me getting fucking robbed. Jumped.
Okay.
Great.
No, not that many. Just a few. Yo, this is New York, bro. Yo, I don't know,
True.
bro. If you're fucking male in New York and you go out as much as I do, you're bound to fucking get robbed.
Yeah.
So fucking, I was just walking down the street, just fucking like Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
I was just walking down straight to my house. Do it every fucking day. I'm on my phone like this, like a dickhead, right? Fucking just like I remember the Snapchat story I was watching. Not worth a fucking look.
That was not worth it.
Not worth it at all. I look up two big guys, right, dressed in all black, literally just look at me and they're like, yo, give me your shit. And I look at them and I swear to God, I started laughing. Cause I was like, this is Queens, bro. Like, nah, you're funny. Like in my head, I was just so cocky. Like this shit will never happen to me.
Yeah.
So I look up and I'm like, nah, bro, this is Queens, bro. Chill.
You would have thought.
Let me go. Yeah, no, for real. Like that was really my demeanor. Like I'm over here like that. I step this way, the dude steps right in front of me. I step the right way, the dude steps like on the right side of me, right? And this is before I knew mixed martial arts, before I knew anything about defending myself. But I think common sense means don't take a step backwards. So I'm taking a step backwards into a fucking alley, bro. Like the dumbest motherfucker.
Did you know that the alley was there, or it was a mistake?
It was just me being stupid. Like me just not knowing anything to do in the situation at all. Besides, I don't want to give my shit up.
Yeah.
That's it. Like it was just more of a proud thing, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm backing up. And then the guy is like, yo, stop fucking playing. Give me your shit. And I'm like, nah, fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm backing up. And it was in the winter, right? So there's like a bunch of snow on the ground or whatever. And I'm pretty much behind a house, like an actual house, like a fucking family house. And I guess they didn't hear shit, but I wasn't really screaming. I was just like, yo, I'm not gonna give you my shit.
Like arguing,
right? And these dudes are way bigger than me, like fucking like 6'2" type shit. Like one of them looks like fucking Biggie Smalls, you know what I'm saying? Like big, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like big. So, you know, fucking dude just pushes me down to the ground very easily, like almost no fucking effort. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, all right, cool. You want my shit? So I take it and I just chuck it across the fence.
And
like
he
just
had to like go.
So he would have to go run after it, right? And he's like, why the fuck you do that? Then he pulls out a blade and sticks it to my eye, and I'm like, take it, bro. You win. I'm not fucking with that.
So basically, you define getting jumped by a weapon being presented.
Well, first. Physical, like the physical thing, right? Well, I did get actually thrown to the ground, and then I got a fucking knife to my face. But I've also had altercations where I've actually had punches thrown at me, and I've thrown punches back. And yo, remember? Oh, fucking high school. You were there, right?
What
Remember
happened?
when
What
you
happened?
in freshman year? No, sorry, not freshman year. I was like a junior, or no, I think I was a senior. And then these freshmen try to like fuck with me or some shit. Like they try to bounce a basketball.
Was that the fight with the lockers?
Yes.
And then like Wilmar jumped in and shit or something.
No. Wilmar didn't jump in.
But why do I remember
it was
you and lockers? And,
it was lockers. It was right near the lockers. It was right near the lockers.
I definitely remember it.
I think it was like right at the end of class. Like, and this kid, like, he just like fucking tries, like, he just does shit to fuck with me. And I had told him before, I'm like, dude, do not fuck with me, bro. Like I
was trying to take your stuff.
No, just like playing around, like just
like a big bully.
Trying to bully me. I'm like, dude, I'm a senior, bro. You're a fucking freshman. I will slap the shit out of you, type shit. And I told him, like, bro, just don't play with me like that.
You're like, you think you're funny? I'm hilarious.
Oh, I like that. You're funny, I'm hilarious.
Yeah, but no. He did some shit outside, and I was like, yo, listen, like, you know, like, I get it, like, it's funny, blah blah blah, but just don't fuck with me like that. I just don't like it, right? That was my first warning. Then dude bounces a basketball off my head. And then I turn around and I'm like, dude, I told you I don't fuck around like that. Like, cut that shit out. Then his boy wants to jump in and say some shit. And now I'm like, yo, fuck, bro. That's it.
Now it's going down.
That's it, bro. There's two. And then the dude pushes me. I'm like, what? Bah, bro. Hit him right in the fucking face.
You know what, though? There were so many fights at school. For it being such a small school, there were so many fights that I just, like, it's all a blur.
Bro, dude. And the dude had, like, a squad around him. So I hit him in the face. Goes down immediately, right? Immediately fucking down to the ground. I jump on top of him, then his boy immediately tries to come at me from on top or whatever, and I'm like choking his boy out. And in my head, all I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I'm literally about to be jumped by 5 people right now.
Yeah.
It's a 5-on-1 because he had a bunch of boys with him. None of his boys did shit, just that one boy, and his boy's name was George too, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I really wish I remembered like who it was. We're not name dropping.
We're not name dropping. They're probably cool now. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
it wasn't that big a deal. I got ripped off by the teacher. The dude that every girl liked. I forgot his fucking name.
The gym
Cartello, yeah.
Cortolo.
Cortolo, I think.
The white guy, right?
Yeah. He just took me, wrapped his things around me. I don't know how.
Oh my god, I remember.
And he fucking ripped me off this kid because I was choking him, bro. I think I was about to murder this kid. I swear to God.
Oh my. I remember the whole picking up thing.
Yeah, he just picked me up and fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? What energy is this?
Mr. Kurtzolo, man.
Yo.
Throwback.
Crazy.
He used to call me Cookie.
Right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he'd be like, Cookie, attendance. I'd be like, okay. But honestly, he's not the first person to call me that, so it was just funny. Other people have called me that too.
Yeah, I feel like we were like teachers, like fucking pets, or like cool with all the teachers type shit.
Yeah, I mean, some of them turned out not so much, but
Who?
the one that Wilmar has beef with.
Miss Ya. Oh. I'm not gonna say her name.
Oh, we only said half.
I told Wilmar that I was not for that bullshit that he pulled, bro. Like he was like fucking over here like.
What do you mean? What bullshit he pulled?
Well, he kind of called her out on like her social media posts and shit.
I would have done the same thing.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I should have, but I don't have her on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Anything, no.
Well, I'm just like, well, so and these are one of the, and since you're actually in the social media, industry, like one of my biggest issues right now is cancel culture and the fact that people aren't allowing other people to speak freely, right?
Yeah.
Or say shit. Mm-hmm. And then and like there's no real open conversation about things anymore. Even and I'm like, all right, cool. If it's some stranger, you know what? Whatever. Like I don't think it should be done, but like, all right, maybe I can see your point. But like, this is somebody he knows. This is somebody we really respect. This is somebody who's actually taught us shit, right? Mm-hmm. And to just completely not even have the conversation anymore and just jump into like, yo, I'm just gonna call her out on her bullshit.
Fuck you.
Like just in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, there was a better way you could have handled that.
I guess
you could have DM'd her. And it's just like, but that's the thing is that this toxic thing about social media is just everybody's telling everybody to shut the fuck up. You're wrong and I'm right.
Yeah.
And there's no more conversation.
Yeah.
And you can do that. You have every right to do that. But it's like you're not like, even with people you're just telling them to shut up. And you're not even listening to their point of view.
No, I completely agree. And that's why when like everything happened with the pandemic and like the social movement that's happening right now, right? Like I've been super vocal on Instagram, right? But I've also made sure, like I've never gone out of my way to block or unfollow someone who has a differing opinion. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's so funny though, because when I say something that's very like, of course I'm liberal, like obviously we know this, but I'm always open to hearing other people's opinions and have a debate or like just the topic of conversation.
Yeah.
I'm open to having it. And a lot of people assume though that because I'm a liberal, I'm like not open to having those conversations. And that's annoying as well though, because it's like, okay, so both of us are not hearing each other out right now.
Yeah.
And, with everything that's happened, a lot of people like blocked or unfollowed me. And I'm like, but aren't you the people that are saying to be more open? Right? So it's almost like there's no middle ground anymore. It's kind of sad. And then that's why that I post, like, can we just all like be nice to each other? Can we just like all chill the fuck out?
I wish, but no, nobody's gonna fucking do that shit. That's too fucking corny.
But with him, I can see what you mean by he went in a little too fast, but I can also understand.
And that's my best friend. That's my brother.
Yeah.
I love
but I can also understand where he was coming from because she is super vocal, and she posts a lot of propaganda.
So that's what he told me. Like she was posting a lot of propaganda. But my point is that I even went to look at her thing, and then she took a lot of things down, a few things down, but she kept a few things up. Pretty much, she was all like, police. Don't do police defunding the police.
Yeah, don't defund.
Right, police lives matter, blue lives matter, all this stuff. But and then she wasn't, and then she posts stuff like end black on black violence, things like that. Yeah,
and what's funny about that topic is like nobody said don't end that. Like you're just coming back with an opposing, like I feel like everything you can say Black Lives Matter and they'll be like, well, Blue Lives Matter. It's like nobody said that they didn't.
Yeah.
Like we're just emphasizing something that's happening within our communities and saying that's wrong, and then you're pointing to other things. It's like, but this is not what's important right now.
And that's true. I can see how that can be kind of triggering. But at the end of the day, she's just opening up another conversation that's been going on for like ever, and she's not telling anybody to shut up. She's not saying you're wrong. I mean, I don't think she's saying you're wrong. I don't think that's what I saw in her post, at least, where she's like, yo, shut up, like this is like stupidity. she's just bringing up another conversation that's also in the talks, and then Wilmar kind of came through and was just like, shut the fuck up, right?
Love Wilmar.
something like that. So like that to me is just like, bro, like you're letting.
It was a very emotional reaction.
Yeah, it's so much like, and that cuts off conversation in a sense, right? When you're acting on frustrations. So yeah, we had a whole double date, and then I brought it up on the double date.
And he was like, really? Don't talk to me about that shit.
No, I just wanted to hear his point of view. So we did have like a conversation on that. But yeah, because that's my favorite teacher, bro. Like, I honestly, like, and she's been through a lot, man. She's fought cancer, and like, so I have immense amount of respect for her. Wow. Like, OD, what she did that, and then still showed up to school and taught.
Yeah,
right.
Crazy.
That's so like, that's right. You know what I'm saying? True. So like, her mentality is up there, and I know she's a smart woman. I think she was one of the people to say that Pluto wasn't a planet or some shit.
Really?
Right? No, swear to God, she came and boasted about shit like that. No, she did. You were in class with me when she was saying shit like this.
Okay, but listen, like, I slept through most of high school.
Oh my fucking God, I slept through some of those classes.
I remember both of us and Wilmar just being like.
But forensics was fun though. There were like a lot of fun forensics.
Yeah, that was a great class.
That was a great fucking class.
I think bottom line, when it comes to social media, like, everybody's entitled to their fucking opinion, and if you don't like it, too bad. Be sensitive and block the person, but at the end of the day, know that when I see you in person, I'm gonna assume you're a pussy, like, because you can't hear me out.
You can't handle what's facing you.
Basically. OD. I mean, I've had, that's the thing is, even when that happened, I had one person, a random fucking person, a random follower. I don't even fucking know this person. It was just like, you're racist.
Yeah, I mean, you showed me that. Yeah.
I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, because you were singing a Tekashi 6ix9ine song, and you posted in your story.
What?
And you were saying the N-word. Like, I was just singing along to the fucking lyrics.
You know what?
You know what?
I think everyone. I think it's also important, other than just to let people have their opinions on social media, like, also recognize people's backgrounds and the way they were raised and how they grew up. And not to say that people, like, can't change and, like, become better people, but it's, like, important on the person who's hearing them out to recognize that there's a cultural thing behind it as well. Like with Miss Yachu or whatever, like, she's Greek, and a lot of our community is more Republican. So knowing that, I know that I can't change her.
The Greek Republic. She's also from Greek.
She's
Greece.
Greece. I don't know if she's Cypriot. I don't remember, but it's a part of Greece. Yeah. Knowing that she's Greek and, like, she was raised during a certain moment in time, like, here in America, when, like, the Greek community was first starting to make money and, like, coming up. I know why she is the way she is. You know, I know why she has those opinions. So I'm not going to completely write her off because of that. But, you know, like, I'll be open to having conversations with those types of people. It's just a matter of hearing people out.
And that's all I wanted Wilmar to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's why I just didn't agree with the route he took about just, like, calling her out.
You know what, though? You gotta love Wilmar, because he's like, fuck you, and that's it. Like, I
do. I love that. But sometimes I'm just like, bro, like, you know, like, sometimes you're just... Yeah, I don't know. I can't say some of the shit he just fucking says.
To this day, is there a grudge with her or no?
What?
To this day, is there still a grudge with Wilmar and that teacher or no more?
Yes.
Still? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
What?
I know Wilmar does not want to fuck with her, but I think she responded to that in, like, a nice way. In, like,
I don't know. I remember he sent me something, and it was like, she was like, I'm sick and tired of you or something. So I don't know if you can say that's nice.
Okay, so then maybe I don't. Maybe I thought I had read something.
I know, like, she, like, decent. Blocked him or something. He told me about it. So there's beef.
Sucks. So there's definitely beef. I mean, damn, that sucks, bro, because she was a fucking dope
She is
teacher.
A great teacher, yeah.
So, yeah, but that's my point, is, like, this, like, dude, they're not cool anymore because of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
Fuck
like,
that.
People have divorced because of things like this.
Fuck that.
People have decided, like, we're not having kids because I don't want your opinions to be, like, going, like, passing through to our kid because I don't agree. Like, people, it's like messing with people's lives.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, and that just goes to show you, like, how strong, like, those marriages are. They're not.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking... Just one little fucking social media scandal, political debate shit. Like, that's why when it comes to political debate or, like, political sides, like Republican, I'm done with that shit. I don't give a fuck.
You're just like, leave me alone.
I will watch, because I do watch, and I absorb both fucking sides.
So you would label yourself as, like, a moderate?
I don't fucking, a centrist is what they're calling it or some shit.
I don't know what that is.
Fucking like you're in the center. Like you don't even want to fucking choose a side. You're just like, oh fuck, is this gonna end soon? But like, all right, you make a good point. Oh shit, you made a good point too. Oh shit, you're being overly emotional. You're being overly emotional.
Okay.
Dumb. For me, it's mostly just both dumb, no solutions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really what it comes down to. I'm like, yo, like, because I'm very much about manifesting, right? I'm very much about like pursuing like a life of success. There are certain steps they need to do to be successful and succeed in something, right? You want to fix the world. What's the plan in action?
Yeah.
What are we going towards? You know what I'm saying? How are we going to get there?
Yeah.
There's none of that. There's just,
People
fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, you need to go to jail. Fuck you, you need to get shot. Fuck you this, fuck you that.
Damn.
You know, you're a racist. Shut the fuck up, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's all I see.
That's what you mean by like cancel culture, right?
By cancel culture. Then they're like, oh shit, you said that? Oh shit, you're like, you shouldn't be saying that online. You shouldn't be talking shit like that, right? Like, even, I believe that, honestly, like, since I'm so for fuck you culture, that like even racists should be able to be on YouTube or like fucking
Really?
online.
You
right?
think so?
They should be, because then how the fuck am I gonna know what they're thinking if I can't literally see them and
But
they can open themselves? You know
To
what I'm
play
saying?
devil's advocate, does it matter what a racist is thinking?
Yeah, of course it matters. Because
Why?
Because how are we really supposed to like come up with a solution
If we don't know what the
can't even
problem is?
understand? Yeah, if we don't even know what the problem is.
Okay.
You know, so like we have to really get behind the mentality about like, yo, where are they from? Where they grow up? Why do they think this way?
So
Did
basically
their
what I
parents
was saying
install
before,
this?
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like literally all of so it's like if we just tell them to shut up, how are we gonna listen to that point of view? Even though a lot of people are like, yo, there's no point of even listening to that.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. And I agree, like it's very ignorant, but sometimes the hardest solutions are very simple. Just sit down, shut the fuck up, and really open your ears up.
Did you guys watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix?
Saw it. Actually,
What did you think about
perfect
that?
time to talk.
Wow.
What?
Okay, go. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Literally, I thought
You
about.
haven't?
I haven't.
It's
So good.
It's insane, but much like I'm talking about right now, right? Where it's and this is the thing that they didn't really bring up. It like got to the very end of the movie and they just cut this part off, right? Where I'm saying is like coming up with solutions and shit. They didn't really talk about.
They didn't
solutions.
talk about solutions,
They got
yeah.
to solutions, cut that shit off.
I know what you mean.
And then, but what they kind of brought up, but they didn't really exaggerate on the movie, is accountability, right? People need to start taking accountability for how they're using social media. People need to start taking accountability and being like, yo, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can learn and I can be better.
Yeah.
Let me get back to it, right? And disciplining yourself to think that way. It's not easy to think that way. So social media, right, is making people like, you know, cancel culture and shut the fuck up, these left and right sides. But now it's becoming an addiction. It's becoming a drug.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. Like towards the end of the movie, they were like starting to talk about solutions and they just didn't go in depth enough about it. Like telling us to put our phones down is really just like not a solution,
at
anymore
all.
because that's not possible.
Yeah.
Like our phones are literally an extension of our hip.
Selves. OD.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
So like to tell us to put it down at this point is kind of unrealistic. So come up with something better. And I guess what they were kind of like talking about was how these media giants or ex-media giants, like the people that were speaking in the movie doing the documentary, like ex-Facebook people, how they're moving towards like creating more ethical guidelines. I think they should have gone a little bit more deep into that. But I mean, I guess you can also argue like how much can you put into one thing before people stop giving a shit?
That's why for me it's all those lines, like maybe there should be lines drawn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there should be more like ethical shit, but there's a very simple underlying solution, right? Which is just this thing is addicting, right?
Yeah,
you can get
100%.
caught up on it and like, you know what I'm saying? It's tracking the time you just you're swiping through shit.
Yeah.
Right? And it just you get more pop-ups on things that you'd like to see. It's predicting your actions before you've done it. That's why it's such an extension of yourself. So
I think social media also like straying away from politics. It's like becoming really toxic in the sense like people think that you constantly have to put up this like image that you live a certain type of lifestyle or you wear this designer, you wear that. And I'm definitely like, I'm a part of that problem, right? Because I rock my shit.
Well, I think that's okay, because there's a certain part where that's like manifesting, right?
Yeah.
You're showing off what you like to be.
I do know people who will, like, for example, now that I said designer or whatever, I know people who will like rock head to toe designer, but like, yo, like you live in a rented apartment. Like, what are you doing spending your money on designer? Like, save your bread and buy a house. Like, do something that will actually be an asset and an investment into your like livelihood in the long run, because at the end of the day, like, your Louis Vuitton bag, it's not gonna do shit for you.
Yeah.
And it's a depreciating like piece of, it's a depreciating.
Is it depreciating though?
Yeah.
Unless I thought, don't they hold value for like an immense amount of time?
They do hold value, but like, let's say I have like a $3,000 Louis Vuitton bag, like in a few years it'll be like worth like $1,800. So you're still losing money on it.
Okay,
the only brand that you're not losing money on is Chanel. That's the only brand you're not losing.
Okay, shit. So see, like,
and like Hermes, the Birkins and stuff.
So like, see, that's where I'm like, all right, cool. That's more of like the investing side and like designer stuff.
Yeah.
But just going back real quick to like the phone. Fuck, I dropped my phone. See, I just felt I had a heart attack. But anyways,
as long as it didn't break.
But anyways, my point is like, this the very simple solution is just being accountable for your shit and using this shit responsibly, right? Where it's like, yo, you're disciplining yourself to, yo, let me watch 10 minutes of this shit that I'm interested in that's going to help me in my life, and let me actually apply it to the real world, right? You know, let me not sit here and just get caught up in that fucking black hole or like that rabbit hole of just like scrolling to see what's next. So it's very simple, as much as just, you know, we're constantly getting these dopamine hits, right?
Yeah.
We're just consistently getting fed what we want to see, and we don't have time to really step away from our phones, because then we get depressed. We get real depressed because we want to see like that next click.
Yeah, social media and like just the phone in general has created like a very clingy society. Like even myself, I'll admit it. Like if I don't talk to my best friend every single day, I'm like, oh my God, like I get all emotional. Like, does she hate me? And it's like, no, she's just like outside.
Exactly. And that's
like living her life.
That's what I did with a lot of my friends, right? They stopped hearing me from like 6 months. I stopped hitting people up. They would message me and I would barely reply back because, yo, I'm busy, bro. And this also helped me in dating too, especially with girls. Leave them on red. I specifically turned on my fucking red receipts just so they can see that I left them on red, bro.
Hold on. Now I'm about to fight you right now.
This
Why?
This is
the exact problem with you men, okay? Go on.
It's not.
I'll hear you out. Do it.
Gentlemen, I'm giving y'all
You agree with leaving girls on red?
Oh, he agrees with me because he is a proven study. Like lab rat type shit.
He's done like a social experiment.
Well, no, we've been doing not really doing social experiments,
so basically, but so I was talking to this girl.
Okay.
Let me around all the time, but
now or like before, like months ago or whatever.
Before, right? Before.
And now we just jump into this shit.
No, I'm sorry. But,
no. Keep going.
So yeah, so there was this girl who I was talking to, right? And then I just hit her around with that, leaving her red. So I'm like, whatever, I didn't care. But then now it's when I leave on red, she said, "Well, you was leaving red now." I'm like, okay. So that's what I said.
She was doing it first.
Yeah, she's doing it first.
Okay, so
but now,
I understand.
Oh yeah. So you understand because it's on your side.
Yeah. No.
But when a male does
hold on. I'm saying that I understand why he would leave her on red if she left him on red. So I'm giving him like props. He should be leaving a girl on red that's not being reciprocated.
Well, what I'm telling you too is, and this doesn't just go for men. This also goes for women, right? Turn your red receipts on.
No.
Leave that dude on red, bro. He's gonna think about you more than the fucking 10 other girls he's got on his phone.
I do that.
Oh, I know you do.
Oh yeah.
I know you do. That's why I am saying.
But like, with guys, it's so hard now. Like my friends just made me download Bumble, right? And it's like such a tricky situation.
I can't Bumble. I hate Bumble.
I fucking hate all these dating. It's like my literal personal
I'm off that.
hell.
Instagram was my thing. I'm done with it now.
Instagram's your dating app?
That was my dating app. I would slide into DMs, hardcore.
Well, actually, I like that more. But yeah, like for example, like with Bumble, right? So like I'll message someone like, "Hey," right? And then they'll be like, "When are we meeting up?"
That's what I was gonna say.
I just said hi.
Don't be on Bumble or on Tinder if you're not trying to meet and fuck. Why are you on that?
Bumble's like a dating app. It's
not
like a
regardless, it's an app.
Fuck.
Literally, regardless, an app.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, it's an app centered around women messaging first.
Exactly. So women are that horny where it's like, yo, I'm getting the hit up.
Oh my God. I did not think of it this way, and now I'm annoyed.
Yeah. No. Instagram is where you want to go. And it's a lot better for you, and it's a lot better for other people because you actually get to see their stories
That's true, but I've also slid in the DMs on Instagram, and then like we'll have conversations, and then like a month later he'll like unfollow me or something really out of nowhere. I swear to God, I have the worst luck. I have the worst luck. I don't know. It's like I don't get it. And then for example, I was talking to some guy during the pandemic, and he seemed like really cool, and I was like, I'd be down to like meet up with him and just like go out on a date or whatever. And then he asked me for my number and my Snapchat. I was like, I'm not giving you my motherfucking Snapchat because he's gonna want like slutty pictures or whatever. And because I've experienced that too, where like I'll add them on Snapchat and they'll be like, send nudes. I'm like, no.
OD. No, that Snapchat is where women feel a lot more like emotionally connected and like a lot more they're willing to do a lot more risky things
on Snapchat
100%. Than fucking Instagram.
Yeah, no, true.
So it's like that's why, and it's good for like a person that's like in the dating world to have like these different kinds of apps, right? Either Twitter, Facebook, fucking Instagram, and Snapchat.
Tumblr.
Because you're gonna overload that fucking person that you're seeing, right? You're gonna maybe you'll have a conversation with them on Instagram one day. Then you just fucking ignore it. Then you fucking you jump them on Snapchat, and it's kind of like an adventure. Like, yo, I don't know where the fuck he's gonna hit me up from.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is he gonna text me?
I ended up telling him like, I don't have Snapchat. I deleted it, which is a motherfucking lie. And I just gave him my number, and he automatically started texting me like horny shit. And I was like, dude.
Wait, through text?
Yeah. Like
already?
I have it.
Fatal mistake.
Yeah, like the first message was like, when are you coming over? I was like, never. Then like a couple weeks ago, I see his Instagram and he has a girlfriend like on his story. I'm like, really? Like you weren't gonna tell me that you had a whole girlfriend? Like he was willing to cheat on his girlfriend. Like you didn't think I was gonna find out? Are you stupid?
What are these guys?
See what I'm saying?
The
like
guys you're going after. This is what we need to talk about.
Okay.
What's Chrissy's type?
My type?
Yeah. Of course, a fuckboy type right now.
You think it's true? I am.
It's true.
It is true. Like most times when I'm attracted to a guy, he ends up being a douchebag. Like straight up. Like
a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Well, there are fuckboy qualities. So like. All right. Where are a lot of guys you meet? What platform? Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram OD. So then it's perfect because you get to see their profile. So you get to see the requests come in.
But here's the problem now with Instagram, and guys don't post as much as girls. So
OD.
like when they do post, it's like with friends or something. So you can't even detect anymore who's an ass. Like
no. You have to. Well, you have to see the way that they're. Yo, listen. If you're gonna go on Instagram, you gotta know how to play, bro.
I do know how to play.
I know you know how to play. I'm just saying that for anybody who don't know how to play, you need to know how to play because you can get played very quickly on Instagram. It's no fucking joke. So fucking again, screen the dude that you're looking for, right? How often is he posting? Is he there very often? Who's fucking following him? You know what I'm saying? Like. I don't think you should cut yourself off, but realize who you're fucking with. What are you looking for? Are you looking for just a meet and fuck? Are you looking for a friend that you want to kind of...
Okay. I would say, like, right now, I'm more open to going out on, like, dates to see if I would want a boyfriend. I don't think, though, that I'm ready right now for a boyfriend.
Cool. So you just want to date. You want to meet up and you want to have like, a connection of some sort. Yeah, I just want to see, like, what's out there and whatever. Meanwhile, like, a year ago, I wasn't like that. A year ago, I was like, play them out. So then you have to be cool with, like, knowing that you're going to meet a fuckboy because you don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's, like, every single guy. I'm not joking.
But no, OD. Because I'm sure the guys you be going out with, what are they like?
Okay, so
do they have like a certain nationality, height requirement?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm mostly attracted to white boys.
Okay.
I don't date anyone that's under like 6 feet tall. Like I just
so they're all over 6 feet.
Yeah. Like I like tattoos. I like a nice smile.
Okay.
It's like very basic shit.
Oh no, yeah. Okay,
But I don't know. I feel like
jawline.
Maybe when I definitely go after like the pretty boys, so maybe that's the problem. Like when they know that they're pretty.
OD, yeah. Especially if they know they're pretty.
Yeah, like they know they got it. So like they're trying to like turn me out and play me. I'm like we're both trying to play each other right now. This is not gonna work.
Think about what level he's on, bro. If he knows he's pretty and he's always known he's pretty, and you go on his Instagram, he has over like how many followers does he usually have?
It ranges. It'll be like low, like 1,000 or something.
So like
up until like 30,000.
Over 1,000, immediate screen for fuckboy central. Over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah. Anything under 1,000 is like, yeah, maybe I'm quiet, I'm cool, I'm probably just chilling. I'm not trying to be all over social media. That means he's ravaging through through women's fucking DMs. I know it's because I do this, bro. So like, it's not. You know, like, this is no fucking secret. I am exposing myself.
You're like, I'm telling you all my tricks.
I'm telling, and they would still work. They will still work. I can say this shit all day, and this shit will still work for me.
You know what? Other girls who like put out too easy, like, I love my ladies out there, right? But we gotta stop doing that because you're fucking it up for the rest of us.
What do you mean?
Like, being too upfront and allowing a guy to speak a certain way. Like, let's say you hit a girl up and like, oh, you down to like fuck around or whatever, and she's like, yeah. Like, why are you doing all that? You're making it worse for me.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think that works that often. I think that's a very big numbers game, and I think that if you do get that, it's not even really worth it.
Yeah.
Because I think all the fun in dating is more like you don't know somebody. And it's a guy's, and this is where a lot of pressure comes in for guys and a lot of anxiety comes in for guys, where they need to make it interesting for the girl. And they need to keep the girl interested, and they need to keep the girl hooked, right? Mm. The same thing that a shorty who wants a man's, you know what I'm saying, needs to do for a guy to a certain extent, you know, like if you want to play like these mind games and shit.
Yeah.
But in reality, like, and then when you do that and you're just kind of playing a game, you feel empty at the end of the day. True. So when you do it and you actually have an emotional connection with the girl, this is what like I recommend guys to really do. You know, don't really look at it as like, yo, I'm just trying to fuck, because the fuck won't be that good if you haven't built that emotional connection. The best sex you're gonna have is the one that you've actually built a solid emotional connection with, and you've had like a nice back and forth, and you know the person. When a girl knows a guy, right, and she knows him, she knows like his day, she knows like what he does and shit.
She's more comfortable.
More comfortable, and so then she's able to open herself up more. You're gonna get better sex in the fucking bedroom.
Yeah.
So
I also have this problem where like we're talking about Instagram, right? Okay, I do most of my like per se dating is like initially through Instagram, or meeting guys is through Instagram, but even that is fucked up for me. Like, everything's just fucked up.
No,
because
it's not fucked up.
It is.
At least you're getting fucking results, bro. We can sit here and talk about it.
You could argue that I'm getting results, but like, they'll see my Instagram and they'll see me like in a bikini or something, they'll automatically think I'm a hoe. Like the guy that I just talked to you about, like, automatically thought that we were just gonna like screw around gonna fuck because like he saw my fucking bikini pictures. I'm like, are you 5? Like, I can't be in a bikini without being a slut.
And that's another thing that I used to do, just real quick, because like this does portray to that. So it's like, if a guy follows you and he likes your bikini pictures, easy fucking giveaway. Yeah, a boy he's looking for, bro. I would not stray in that direction. I am not that good looking to sit here and be liking a girl's bikinis and actually expect a response back. Yeah. If she does respond back, I already know how fast this is going type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, nah, like I'm not like, I would avoid the bikini pictures because I'm trying to actually build something. Yeah. So it's like, so yeah, if you know a guy's liking your bikini.
But it's so, but it's like every guy that I'm attracted to, the first picture, there's like this one picture, they'll go like it. And I'm like, fuck you guys. Like, come on. It's actually really tough out here. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, to try to build like a connection with someone, it's a fucking game.
It is a game,
and it's worse nowadays than it was for like
I'm
our
thinking you're like pro for it. Like I feel like you're like, good on this. Okay. You have the mentality for it.
Yeah, I do. My friends, like, when we go out, let's say to a club, right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm approached a lot, but most times it's either by someone that I'm not attracted to or like by a complete asshole. Like, I've had a guy come up to me before the pandemic like blew up, whatever, and he came up to me really nice, like, can I buy you a drink? I'm like, yeah, sure. Bought me the drink, and 10 seconds later he's like, you'd be amazed how huge my cock is. And I'm like, what? Like,
did you just walk away from him?
I was like, excuse me? Like, I was like, did I hear that correctly? And he was like, yeah, you heard correctly. I'm like, so you bought me the drink to turn around and say that? Do you see?
He's bold, bro. Yeah. He's bold. But no, That is so disrespectful, bro.
It is.
I mean, like, how late was it? Like, was he like desperate? Was it like 3 a.m. type shit?
I don't know. I don't remember the time, but it was in a club and it was like me surrounded by my friends. It's like, it doesn't matter where you are though. Like, how do you approach a woman like that?
Well, so that's the thing. All right. So you got to think about this guy, right? Depending on how good looking he is. Again, he's in there.
Great looking.
If you're in the club, bro, expect the game, bro. Especially if the guy is confident enough to sit here and want to buy you a drink type shit. Mm-hmm. Look at what time is it, bro? Is he in a rush to already go home? Is it 3 a.m. already? He's trying to just get home and fuck, which means, yo, immediately I'm going to cut the shit. Dick size is this big, bro. Fucking 7 inches. Girthy as fuck. Like, I'm ready for it, bro. Like,
it was like, let's do this right now.
Like, let's just do it right now. So it's like, yeah, I mean, but it's also like, yo, guys are dumb, bro. Like, we are really dogs. So to really have a girl to kind of play along with that, but more or less, like, it's even more turning on for a guy if a girl knows how to lead a guy on correctly, right?
Queen.
Lead a guy on, but then actually, you know, want to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of girls will lead a guy on. Trust me, will lead a guy on. I know this shit.
And they won't do anything about it.
And they won't do anything about it, but it's also because the guy's pussy enough to not really know how to play that game with her.
I've done both, but like I've the guys that I've led on and done nothing with, I'm doing it because like I can tell they're douchebags and they need a little whipping up.
Wow.
Like, you need a humbling. Let's get you together.
You need a humble lesson. Come here.
Exactly.
Is this your ex?
No, I don't. I've never been in a really serious relationship. I've had like, I guess what you would categorize as like situationships. Yeah, that lasts like 4 or 5 months, and like then it goes nowhere because like
I like it though.
Oh my god, I talk about this all the time with my friends. Okay, so when you get like a sweet girl who's like little and she's cute, whatever, and then you put a girl who might be a little bit more attractive and she has a bolder personality. Like I have a really bold personality, right? And I feel like that intimidates a lot of guys. Like a lot of the good guys. Yeah, and I've had a lot of guys be like, you're a lot, like not in a bad way, but like I feel like I'm in your shadow. And I can't change the way I am.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't have to change the way I am in public so that you can feel like you have a little bit of the spotlight. Mm-hmm. That's just who I am. Like whatever room I'm going to walk in, like I'm going to speak to everybody and be bubbly.
So the guys you date, are they older?
Yeah. Which is also fucking weird. Older? Like, I'll go up to like 33. 33? Oh, shit.
Wow. 33.
I was going to say like 30s. I'm like, yeah. How many of them are over 27?
Yeah, like, for example, like my dating apps, the dating app, I only have Bumble. Mm-hmm. I'll put it up to like 33. And the youngest I'll put is like 25. Because I fucking can't with guys like my age.
Yeah, because they're too insecure for you. There's no way.
No, it's not just insecurity. It's like they're still in the mindset that they just want to fuck everything that moves. And it's like, how do I know you're not going to like cheat or be a dog about it? Because I've had situations where like I'll be talking to a guy for a few months, he'll like even introduce me to the family, whatever, and then like a month later he'll be like, so I'm kind of like talking to this other girl and I think I'm gonna go with her. Like, why didn't you just tell me that from jump?
Wow. Really? Like that?
Yeah, bro. People are fucking reckless out here. That's why I don't want to be a savage about it, but sometimes you have to turn into a savage about it. Because
why the fuck not? I mean, yo, listen, if you're in the fucking field, bro, and yo, it's crazy because you're in the social media. Have you heard Call Her Daddy?
Yes. But I don't know exactly what that is.
Watch
Do you
them?
know? No.
Okay. Yes. I am watching them currently. Like literally, like sometimes I'm in my car. I'll just like.
That's a podcast.
Yeah. It's a podcast. It's these two. Well, it was these two girls.
I know what you're talking about. I've never listened.
Alex and Sophia. You should watch them because they're fucking hilarious, and like they talk about like a lot of their dating experiences, like threesomes, orgasms, how girl fake orgasms. Mm-hmm. They give girl advice and guy advice.
Really?
Yeah, like how to give good head, how to not give, and like
on a podcast.
On the podcast, like very, very open, and it's also very informative for like both sexes. They're not
That's
really
awesome.
just one. I love their like personality, their energy, their vibes, and you really remind me of like Alex, the host. She's the one who started, like really smart, really into social media, really into, she did marketing as well, I think.
Okay.
She's also like 24 years old.
She's blonde,
right? The blonde one, yeah, very, very fucking smart and like very open too. So like I watched their shit, loved their shit. They also did have a split up.
Yeah, I heard Nicole was telling me about this. My friend.
And she watched Call Her Dad. So she watched.
I think she's like she's not like religious about it, but I think she's heard here and there like podcasts.
I'm not. Well, I guess now I'm starting to get religious about it because I just started my podcast, so I wanted to see how they started.
It's like research for you.
Yeah, and why they got so big, but it is also like interesting, and the way they edit it, it's just very like.
They sold their podcast to Barstool, right, or something?
Yeah, they that's how they got famous off Barstool. They just did like 4 or 5 episodes, and they just fucking blew up.
Amazing.
Like blew up, and like
that.
really good for these girls because they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. At least Alex is, because she just interviewed Miley Cyrus.
Wow.
That was the first podcast Miley Cyrus did. Then she did the Joe Rogan. Yeah, then she did the Joe Rogan podcast. So it's like it's crazy, but yeah, you should listen to them because they give a lot of good advice on
honestly,
like,
maybe I will because I feel like I need a little guidance right now.
And that's what,
like I'll ask my sister who's older. She's 29, like guy advice, but my sister's a little bit more private and like. She's much more of a relationship person and she's been like she's married now, but before they were married they were in a relationship for like 7 years, so she's like very outside of the game right now. She doesn't really know what's going on anymore and she hasn't known for a while, so asking her is kind of like a dead end. So I feel like I do need like an older person who's still single to tell me what to do. Yeah,
OD, because I mean, and like, well, I want to fucking... Nah, I don't want to say that shit.
You're like, secrets.
Actually, secrets. Well, no. Well, actually, you know, fuck, I'm going to say it. Fucking, you know, Wilmar, he was like fucking, you know, in a long-ass relationship for like a decade almost. So, like, for him, asking him for advice was like fucking out the window. But asking him how to keep and maintain a relationship
is good advice.
Very much fucking there. He knows how to do that. He's that kind of person. So it's like, and just growing up with him, you know, him being my boy, like it's really made me understand like the relationship side, and then just me doing what I do, and then just like fucking playing the game, going out there and just like not being pussy about it. Is fucking me like knowing the single world too.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out. It sounds good.
So it just depends where you're at like in your life. Like really, like are you have to know what you want. Are you trying to be more successful? Are you trying to just date around?
I just want,
trying to
honestly, okay. Really honest, like blunt. I just want this money. I don't really care about relationships. You want this fucking money.
That's why I thought you were Capricorn when you walked in. You hit me with the Leo shit.
I don't really care for a relationship, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. You care about the fucking money. The dating aspect
is like, I would go out on dates just to kind of like to stay fresh on it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm ready for that relationship, but I'm not with that right now because I feel like. It becomes a lot of pressure to like be very involved in that person's life, and I fucking can't do that. Like not right now because I'm still focusing on myself. Like how am I gonna juggle 2 people's emotional like thing? I can't. Yeah. I can barely like juggle all my friends. I'm like, you guys, this is too much emotion in one group. Because I'm very like I'm not really an emotional person. I don't know if you can see that, but
I know that.
Like for me, even if I'll talk to like said guy for like 5 months, I still don't feel connected to that person, even though like I've told them a lot. It's very weird.
Yeah, no, you're at that.
I feel like I'm more of like a guy.
No, I've been there where you sometimes maybe even feel like you're struggling, like connect, like you're saying right now, like you feel like it's hard for you to connect with somebody truly, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not open in here, and that's more not a them thing because I'm sure they're doing things right. I'm sure it's a you thing where it's like you really need to take a step back and maybe you need to change your surroundings, the people who you surround yourself with, and then really get to understand who you are, right? Like as a person deep down, like what do you want? Like, you know, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship. I just kind of just want to fuck around. I want to date, but you do want that emotional aspect. And the way I saw it was that I needed to slowly start opening myself up to little emotional things. I needed to find something that would emotionally trigger me, right? Like literally, like just a small thing that would emotionally trigger. Watching a fucking Disney movie, anything. Like I need to find that little emotional trigger.
Like, pinch myself until I cry.
So, no, swear to God, because I started feeling so disconnected from like even just engaging with like girls. Like, all right, cool. Like, you know, I'll do whatever. Like, I'll make her laugh, blah, blah, blah. But in my head, the back of my head, it was just like too much anxiety, like too much like, yo, she's fucking doing something. She's fucking around. Like, I just know it. And it's not a jealous thing. It's just that I'm not going to take you seriously because I really don't fucking know everything about you. Yeah. Right? And also, I didn't want a fucking relationship. I'm all about this fucking bag. All about this fucking bag.
Same.
So in my head, so even the girl I met that I'm with right now, right? she kind of hit me out of nowhere, bro. She hit me really out of nowhere, out of the fucking blue.
Well, that's usually how it is when you least expect it.
OD. But my thing was also like, it was also in a time where I was just starting to really try to open myself up. I was really trying to make myself like, yo, I'm trying to be more emotionally open with somebody else. Like that's what I'm trying to go for, because it just makes everything a lot better. And then slowly just getting to know her a little. At first, it didn't really feel so like emotional, but then slowly as I started to get to know her more and more and more, and more where she kind of. So the way me and her started talking was through the pandemic. Did not see her. Just slid in her DMs. I've been sliding her DMs for like 4 months. We would have little conversations. She tried to slack on me like 3 different times, like on dates and shit. And I stopped and I told her like straight up. I'm like, hey, like listen, like the one thing I don't like is my time being fucked with. Yeah. So like, you know, like if I'm making this date, I'm really going out of my way to like, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm just I'm
like planning a date and actually going through it. It's a lot. Well, no,
I told her, I'm like, I'm not trying to be a dick. Like I'm just being very forward. Like, you know, if we say we're gonna do something, I really take my time to do something for you, to open up free time for you. So like, just please like don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do want to get to know you on that kind of level. Boom, that like changed her shit.
You know what though? Like so much respect for you for saying that, because a lot of people wouldn't.
They wouldn't. So I still didn't meet her up after that. So pandemic fucking hits. Didn't meet her up, but I started talking to her more and more through Instagram, and I made her feel a little more comfortable, because she wasn't really about like doing like a lot of like fuck shit, right? So I would just send her voice notes.
That's cute.
Right? Just like little voice notes. Then she would start sending me voice notes, because she didn't feel comfortable just like Instagram calling or whatever the fuck that shit, or like FaceTiming. She didn't feel comfortable doing that.
No one does. No one does.
So I would text her sometimes, and I would Instagram her other times, and then like it kind of came to the point where we were just where we finally got to FaceTiming, and we were just FaceTiming back and forth, and then like I would build that tension where like, yo, we should see each other, we should see each other, and she would feel that too. And the fact that I couldn't see her and I couldn't like fucking kind of like yo, just clap shit,
but you know,
and be good was was a build up for me too, you know.
You know what's so funny though, like so many people because of the pandemic are in relationships now. I'm like, wow, this like little thing that not little thing, but this thing that happened for like however long it's been happening now, it like really made people more emotional and like more ready to like get into relationships. OD. Because even I didn't start thinking about going out on dates and like exploring that until the pandemic, until I like sat down with myself and was like, I have nothing to do. I should probably, not even that, like that too, but just like sat down with myself and said, I think I should start, like, I'm 23, like I should probably start like getting into the field a little bit instead of just like playing around, you know?
You should definitely get in the field. Definitely listen to Call Her Daddy and shit.
I should.
It's crazy. But
I really need help, guys.
But also that emotional aspect, because I actually feel like the host too, she has the same issue you're having, where she's about her bag. She doesn't want to get emotionally connected to anybody. She has like a cycle of dudes that she fucks with. Talks about it on the podcast. The dudes know, they're cool with it, whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She runs her life, which I respect the shit out of. Very entrepreneur-like. But again, it's really about. And she does therapy too, so like I guess sometimes therapy works. For me, I know it doesn't. Like I know I have to reflect inside, and I need to give myself time to really like, in a certain sense, meditate about my feelings and why I really can't feel. And I would look back at the first person that really made me feel shit, right? So like the first girl that really made me feel something, and why I felt something for her. Why was this connection so strong?
Smart.
And I would break it down, and I'd be like, shit, like, if I could really break it down like this, could I build it up like that as well? Because she would be the type of girl who could really like jump on from like a relationship and create like a sustainable like relationship where she cares about somebody else, like truly. But that's not me. So in my head, I'm trying to figure out like, how is she able to do that? Like I know her so well, right? So I would really kind of break it down. And then like with this other girl that I'm talking to, like she really made me kind of open up as well, like, you know, like really slowly. And it wasn't like so fast paced for like the way I usually do. I really took things slow. And then it was like 3 months, 4 months to like us just FaceTiming.
Clearly it worked.
Where it just kind of came, or it was like a few months, it was like a month. Like a month where we kind of came in, and like she's kind of like, where are we now phase? Like, are we like are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And I'm like, no.
Did she ask you that?
Yeah, she asked me. Every girl should naturally ask that.
I don't fucking ask.
You should.
That's my problem.
Yeah, I mean,
I let them do the stupid shit where I'm like, I'm not gonna ask because they're gonna. You know what the thing is though?
Well, he's entitled to. He shouldn't be mad if he does, because you didn't ask.
So,
and you're not in a relationship.
But also like the whole like bringing me to your family and like
that's kind of fucked up.
Certain things that they say also like. Being like, oh, you know, like I could really see us together, blah blah, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like maybe a little bit.
So you gotta watch how that sometimes that dude trying to make you fall, make them fall in love with you, so they keep you on a dead end cycle.
I know.
But that's also a thing for a guy where he is also, if he's going that hard, it is him also trying to do the same thing where he's trying to feel out the girl, like, hey, how does she act around like my family? You know, is she good for that? And that's what I do, because I really am now pursuing a relationship with this girl, right? We're getting there, like, because I told her, I'm like, yo, listen, in 6 months, if I don't ask you out, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna waste your time.
True.
Type shit. So like
I like that too.
Exactly.
I wish people would fucking tell me that.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like at that point, like you're dating for 6 months, like you're not gonna take it anywhere. You're not gonna make it official. You're not gonna close it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, yo, listen, this pandemic hit. I don't really know what it's like. I don't really know how we function without this pandemic.
I know.
So, and I'm not even one to be in fucking relationships. So this is all brand fucking new to me. Mm-hmm. I really need to make sure I know who you are and who I'm dealing with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you need to know who I am, because I'm fucking crazy too. Like, you need to be cool with who the fuck I am. Because if I start a relationship, I'm thinking 5 years ahead. I'm not thinking like fucking very low time. And it's a very scary thing to think 5 years ahead into the fucking future, bro. A whole relationship.
Oh, this is what I was gonna say before, and I don't think I ever said it. So I was talking about like girls who are like sweet and little and cute or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I've also realized that like when a guy is open with me and he's like, oh, I'm also talking to other girls, he'll usually end up going for like the quieter, more reserved one. So it makes me feel like, damn, do I have to fucking change in order to be taken serious, or like what is it? No, you shouldn't. But I'm not going to. I don't even give a fuck if the answer is yes. I'm not changing, period. Like,
but no, the fact that you think that, I think, is very normal, because I think guys would feel the same way, right? Like, should I be more of a fuckboy and be less the quieter version of me, right? Where it's like, no, you shouldn't. You should just really run your life. And clearly that person has somebody that they like, right? And like, to me, the girl that I'm talking to, she's a lot more like off social media, doesn't understand this fuck game at all. Like, okay, good. Maybe a little bit, maybe she does. She's just not letting me know like that.
Comfortable or safe.
Yeah, so it makes me feel more comfortable, more safe. But also, like, I know her habits. Like, you know, I respect her as a human being. She motivates me to work out. Never met somebody like that. Really healthy, like food conscientious, like really healthy. She has like a whole like background origin story where like, cause she lived in Russia and came here when she was like 20 years old.
That's awesome.
With like little money in her pocket, just anything she could save up. By herself.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. I gotta bring her on.
That's very rare these days.
She's fucking amazing and motivational. So it's like, you know, that's why like I like her. That's why I'm with her. And like we've actually like been building something slowly. So it's like if anybody could learn from that, like where you feel like, yo, like I'm in this phase of my life where like I haven't felt like emotionally connected to somebody, that's normal. Because I felt like that is fucking weird. That I cannot feel something for somebody else, right? But that's something that you have to deal with inside, and the best way, like I said, is to like really just go back to the first thing that triggers you emotionally, and then really break it down and understand why you feel that way. Yeah,
I also like look at my parents' relationship and my sister's relationship, and I'm like, damn, like that doesn't really happen nowadays anymore. And it's like I want. If I were to get into a relationship, I want it to emulate like either my parents or my sister's relationship, which I see is healthy and there's like open communication and stuff. And
communication is good.
And there's also like that part of it where you guys can act like kids together and be like childish, but like in a funny way, not in like a behavioral way.
Yeah.
But then I see like other friends who are in relationships and I'm like, I don't want that. Like, so it's also good that I'm still single because I can kind of see like, what do I want versus what I don't want. And I think that's why I'm more open to dating now, because I'm starting to like experience different other people's relationships and seeing like the difference.
How much cheating do you see inside your group?
How much what?
Cheating. Like how much cheating has there been? Like the girls, like have they been cheated on very often, or like?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Dude, the amount of cheating I have fucking seen, the people I know, bro, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, it's
both sides.
That's probably the
Scares
most
the shit out
for
of me.
me. Like, if you cheat on, like, we're done. It's not even a discussion. I don't give a fuck how much I like you or love you or whatever. We're not talking anymore. It's done. Because for me, you can love the shit out of me and whatever, we could be together, but that means you have no respect for me. Like, the least you can do is be like, listen, I'm not comfortable anymore. I feel like I need to go explore other things. Fine, go do what you want. Why do you have to do it behind other people's backs? Because believe it or not, a lot of women are like, we're cool with the honesty. Like, if you, first of all, everyone would rather have the honesty of like, kind of feeling this way. Maybe I need to go explore another like situation with another girl, rather than stringing me along and then hurting me worse.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like there is a lot of cheating, and I don't fuck with it at all.
cheating.
And I definitely, like, I'm one who forgets about it, but I don't fucking forgives it, but I don't fucking forget about it.
So all right, here's my thing. Since we are in this cheating topic, I do feel like a lot of girls or a lot of guys too, like when people are dating and they find out that they've been fucking around with somebody else.
Dating as in what though? Like, define dating for you.
Dating,
like going out
I have
on
not
dates,
made things
or dating
official.
as in,
I have
like,
not made things official.
Okay.
We're together, we're fucking, we're kissing, we're holding hands, I don't care, whatever. But I have not made things official.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have not said like, yo, listen, like me and you are in a relationship, I want to be monogamous, you know, like, so anything after before that is like open season.
Just dating.
She can fuck around with whoever she wants to fuck around with. She texting ex is cool, bro. Like, if I see that, I'm not gonna get hurt by it. I just know where this is going, which is not in that direction, because you're still texting your ex type shit. You're still fucking around, you know, like all that, or like not. And it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna be hurt by it. It's not like I'm gonna stop fucking around with her. Like, that's fine. Do you? I'm still doing me too, you know. But yeah. But when you have that conversation where it's like, nah, like no more of this shit, like, then that's different. I've
been in a car with a guy, and he texted his ex-girlfriend right in front of me. And I was like, this is hilarious. And you know what's funny about it? See,
that's disrespectful.
Even when guys disrespect me and stuff, or like play me out, I swear to God, on God, like,
do them 10 times
1 to 2 years later, they come crawling back. They're like, oh my God, Chrissy, like, I'm really sorry. Like, you're just so cool. I wasn't blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really, motherfucker? Like, 2 years later, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Now you notice, like, really?
Yeah, right? It's like, now you know that I'm cool, but before I wasn't cool. And because I feel like a lot of people that I talk to that I have this many like problems with guys, they're like, oh, there must be something wrong with you. Like, no, I'm actually genuinely very nice to people.
Have you had sex with these guys that come crawling back?
Not all. No, not
all of them?
No.
So what the fuck?
They're just like, low key, a lot of them get obsessed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to figure out
what. You know what it is? It becomes like a trophy thing. Like, oh, can I get Chrissy to take me serious? Like, no, you cannot. Because once you fucked me up, like, over, we're not talking about it anymore.
So you've never hooked back up with like a ex fuck around or nothing like that?
Wait, hold up.
You really gotta think about.
Wait, no, I don't. If I can't think of it off like rip, it's probably no.
It's not. So damn. So that's crazy. So and then you're really about that. Like, if once they fuck me up, once they fuck me over, I'm done.
I can't. Like, I see some friends or like some people who I know through my sister who will get like cheated on, or not even cheated on, or like disrespected or whatever it is. I'll be like, yo, really? Like, that's the person you see a future with? I can't. That can't be me. Like, that wouldn't be me ever. It's because it's the way my parents raised me, like, just to put myself first and do my hustle, whatever, get to where I need to be, and then put another person. Because my mom got married to my dad. My dad's 7 or 8 years older, but they got married when my mom was like 19. And she always tells us, like, there are a few things that she wished she had done before she had gotten married, like traveled the world or like gotten a degree. And she tells us, like, go get your money, like, go get your degrees, go do what you have to do, because once a guy unexpectedly comes into your life, like, a lot of women, unfortunately, we put our own needs on the back burner in order to like make the man feel more comfortable and like they're a priority, and then we put our priorities behind. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
It's a tough.
Have you ever done that?
What, put my needs behind?
Yeah.
No.
Never?
No,
I've done that.
I'm not doing that.
That was my first relationship. That was my first relationship fuck up, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was my first and only relationship where I literally put the girl on a pedestal. She's my fucking everything. I need to do everything for her. I need to go see her. I need to I put everything. And just a human being, right? Just as a person, this works for any relationship. When you do that, you're overwhelming them, right? You're giving them all this power. That and you're like, here now, like maybe when the relationship started, she fucking loved the shit out of you, or he loved the shit out of you, but now you're like doing everything for them, and they expect all these things continuously. They start to lose feeling because there's nothing for them to chase anymore.
That's probably why people tell me that they're intimidated by me, because they're like, I can't break you down, bro. Like, what the hell?
I can't keep you here. You need a guy. You don't need a guy where you're gonna simp out. You need a guy, because no girls likes fucking simps for real. Like, there's some girls.
That's another thing. Like, I see a lot of girls and they're like with little boys. I'm like, yo, we need men, not like little boys. Like, your man needs to be about his bread and like be about his future as well, because what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Like,
so
you want to be with a guy who has an idea of a plan but doesn't know how to implement that plan? That's bum shit. Like, I can't be with a bum.
Exactly.
Like, I know girls who will tell me like, oh,
but also are those girls doing exactly what they're looking for in that guy?
What do you mean? Like, are they trying to be successful?
Are they thinking, like the same way that they're expecting that guy to think?
I know people who want to be successful and are going after their things, and then like their boyfriends are like subpar. Not gonna lie. Like, they'll say that they want to do things, but the guy never makes the step to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to be too obvious, but like, it just becomes one of those things where be about it. Like, be about that talk. Like, do it. You know? It's like, save your money, make a move.
Save your money, make a move.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's literally what my parents have taught me. And it's like, if I have to be a parent for you, then we're not in a relationship.
No, you should not have to fucking parent.
Yeah, like, what am I, your fucking mommy? What do I look like?
Fuck that shit. All right, so moving on from this dating shit, because we fucking spend mad time on that shit. Even though I love it though, because like I feel like a lot of people will sit here and get like motivated, or like maybe they'll be like, yo, I felt that way before.
Fuck that dude.
All right, so let me get in, because I haven't seen you since fucking high school. Let me get into what you're doing, because I remember you used to be into fashion. You used to go to Fashion Institute
of Technology. I went to FIT. And now you're in the public relations field. I want to know what that's like. How'd you get into that? Okay, so, my degree's in advertising and marketing communications, and I did a minor in psych, and I'm looking into doing like consumer psychology maybe for my master's, but I'm not quite sure, because it'll take a lot of like school, because you have to get, I think, that like medical background maybe. I haven't looked into it quite much, but it's like a psych background, so you have to do more school, and I don't know if I'm willing to do all that.
Oh, that's cool, right?
Yeah, nah. So if anything, I would just get back into marketing for my master's. And when I went to FIT, like, I networked a lot with like different girls in the classroom, different people. So I would go to like fashion weeks and volunteer for like styling or prepping the models or getting like invitations ready and sending out media requests for like media publications to come to the fashion week. So I started out with that.
So you'd send like emails or like DMs?
Emails, DMs. It really doesn't matter anymore because everything is virtual.
Yeah. So how would you how would you look it up? You just look up like the biggest fashion?
So the companies that you end up working for, a lot of them have this platform called Cision, which is a PR platform. And basically they have all these publications listed, like Glamour Magazine, Vogue, 17, Teen Vogue. All these like publications will be listed on there. And then all their editors will be listed on the website with their emails, their phone numbers. But that platform it's costly.
That's
it's like $5 to $10,000 a year, something like that the company has to pay for. But it's really essential because that's the only way that you're gonna have like media attention on your brand or your company.
Is this for anything or just the fashion specifically?
This can be for anything. This can be for a restaurant. This can be for like real estate. If you want to like reach out to a magazine to write an article about your CEO or write an article about like a product that you're launching, right? Or just a feature in general about the brand.
And you pay $5-10 grand a year?
Yeah. so you can have access to that information. And you know what? There are so many different platforms. Cision's just like the largest one, but then for social media marketing, right, you have like other platforms that are for influencers, right? Because when you're trying, for example, I worked for a brand before the pandemic where it was a luxury brand, and you had to have this platform, because if you go on your Instagram, it takes a very long time to weed out what type of influencers you want to come to an event, right? So this platform, I forgot what it's called. Is it Clear? I think it's called Clear. You go on it and you can basically put like demographics of it, like what age range you want. If you want them to be female, male, or like undecided middle, right? You can put like what their occupation is, what their focus is, the influencer now, right?
Yeah.
And then you basically, you weed out who you would want.
So
and then
you're choosing the audience that you want it to go to, and the people that you want to see.
And then based on that, they give you like a whole list of influencers on Instagram, and you can pick from that list who you would invite to, let's say, Fashion Week, or to an event at your store, or to like a trip, like if you're doing like a PR trip, right? So stuff like that. It's really interesting. It's very time consuming.
Is that like the Cision too, or is that different?
Cision isn't for influencers. It's just media.
The one you were talking about right now, the target mark.
Clear.
Clear. Is that free, or is that how much is that?
That's shmoney.
That's shmoney?
Yeah, that's.
How much is that?
It probably around the same range.
Really?
Yeah, and what's great about the platforms, even though they're expensive, is that let's say you're planning an influencer trip, right? I'm flying out 5 influencers from LA to New York to come to Fashion Week, and I'm going to dress them up in my brand. And we're going to create a contract, right? How many times are they posting in these clothes that I'm loaning them, right? And what's the goal? Your business creates its own goals. How many likes should this photo be getting? But you have to create realistic goals.
Now you're looking at engagement.
Right. Okay. So it ends up being that you bring them over for the trip, let's say, and then when they post, this platform, you create a campaign and you track the pictures and like who's posting what, are they keeping up with their contracts. This is why I said it's really time consuming, because you have to be on top of it.
Who writes up the contracts?
Usually it's like a PR team, and then it'll go through legal at the end before it's signed. But it really depends on like the infrastructure of your company.
So once these influencers sign the contract, like you said, they have to be on top of their posts. They have to be posting a certain amount of time.
Yeah, and then like a lot of influencers will actually make it easier for like the social team or the PR team and be like, hey, just wanted to link you to our post so you can see. And that's also great because like just in case the platform didn't track something and something got lost, you have like the influencer telling you this is what I did. So a lot of times influencers will put in extra time for the company that they're being paid for, paid by, and do that.
And do you work with these influencers?
I've met so many like celebrities at this point. Yeah. Like even like before I was working, when I was just volunteering, I had met so many people and like who are in fashion, like stylists, media people, editors, things like that, designers, celebrities alike.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and I like it because I don't get starstruck. So for me, it's very like, hey, like you're a normal person.
No, that's good.
So it's a great industry for me because it's not something where I'm gonna get caught up like in the image of it all, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've worked with a few of them, and like coworkers have worked also with these influencers.
What are some of like the big influencers that you'd say right now?
Well, Fashion Week that just passed, the company that I was working for, David Dobrik came, and everybody was bugging the fuck out. Yeah. Everybody was bugging the fuck out.
James Charles?
No, I don't think. Does he actually go to Fashion Week? I don't know.
The dude's all about like makeup, right?
He is. I would think that he's invited, but I'm not sure by what companies. What brands would invite him.
But David Dobrik, I wouldn't expect him to go.
Yeah, their team had actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, their team had actually reached out to us to come because they're trying to get him into like the bigger scene, like media, more so than YouTube.
Yeah,
they're trying, I think, to expand his reach and make him into like an actual celebrity and not just like an influencer. And like Natalie had came, and I think she had just signed with like, or announced right after the show that she had signed with an agency, and I think she's going into fashion. fashion. So it's all about moves. It's literally that's what it is.
No, yeah, because everybody over here on the YouTube channel is like, where the fuck is David Dobrik? What the fuck is David Dobrik? Like, everybody's doing it.
I think the pandemic probably for him, it was like the perfect time to like look into different areas
and shift.
He's still making mad money probably.
Oh, the more viewers you get, the more he's just I was watching a video today actually, right before you came, about his editing style in vlogs and the way he story tells, and it's just phenomenal. Like, it's just genius.
Everything is so quick, like your attention spans, because we have such little attention spans. His edits are amazing because you never lose focus.
Exactly. You watch them?
Yeah, I love his stuff. I think some of it's a little ridiculous, but like it's funny.
I've seen like 2 or 3, but just the one I was watching today I was like, damn, bro, like they really do a lot, and it's actually been motivated. We just had a conversation with, like, yo, we should probably do like a Geezus show vlog, like once every 2 weeks or once a month or some shit, just so we can kind of dabble in that. But yeah, going back to the whole public relations and being in this field, so like social media marketing, like how else do you go about that? So can you like build brands?
So me personally, I'm too like early on in my career to know how to do all that.
Really?
Yeah, like I just graduated in May. So the thing for me was I had just started working, like making money in the industry in October of last year. So it's only been a year, and then the pandemic hit 6 months later. But I had gained a lot of fucking experience just within those 6 months because I was so like, I worked for 2 companies. One of them was a luxury designer, and one was like a prom dress brand, but like a higher end, I guess, prom dress brand, or more well known. And for the prom dress brand, they had lost their PR coordinator. So I went from intern to like assistant, and my day to day, like it was like so fast paced because I was basically carrying the department along with one or 2 of the girls who are above me, of course, because they actually like work there full time. Yeah. So I had to learn a lot and fast. And then with the luxury brand, bro, luxury fashion is no fucking joke. Like, you need to know how to have thick ass skin. Like, you need to be yelled at, bossed around. OD. Sometimes like it's degrading.
I worked in a restaurant in a fine dining restaurant that wanted to be Michelin stars. It's no fucking joke, bro. Yeah. I've worked in restaurants where chefs throw plates and shit, like really degrading, like really fuck you up. At the end of the shift, the dude clocks out, completely different person. Yeah. Like crazy, and like he's still immensely respected. And yeah, like this whole Ellen thing, you've heard about that shit?
Which?
Ellen show? Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres, where she's like over here getting caught up yelling at people or something, or saying some shit or whatever. Honestly, like, how do you not expect that?
Yeah, how do you not expect that? But I can understand why people are angry about that, because her entire show is about like being happy and like love.
Well, the show's about being happy, but you don't know how the show is built. It's a business at the end of the day, right?
True.
Like you said, you need to have thick skin.
Yeah, true, but
that's Hollywood.
Yeah, but like you kind of have to be about your statement. Like if you're gonna say that you're an all-encompassing person who like accepts everyone and shit, like I don't know if you heard that she like her team wasn't allowing one of the influencers who came on the show to like use a specific bathroom because she's like trans, and it's like, yo, be about your fucking shit.
I don't know about all that shit. I'm more talking about like her, like I guess like yelling at people or telling people to, like, go away. It wasn't just yelling.
I also read that like people who were interviewing Ellen, like if she had gone on a show to get interviewed by another reporter, like they would tell the reporter, don't look at her until it's time for the interview. Excuse me? Like I can't look at her?
I have had fucking guests on their reservations put do not stare the fucking person coming directly in the eye. Does not like it.
That's insane.
Bro, we would have to fucking like, do what that shit says. When they're there, they are our guests. We respect anything they do. They're there. We only do 3 courses. Mm-hmm. So you're dropping $75 off the bat, plus whatever tax there is, and then a drink or whatever.
You know what the thing is, so though? Like I see where you're coming from. Like it's just what the business is. Exactly. But at the same time, you can be respected, but you're not going to be liked. You're not going to be liked. Like, that's don't expect friendships. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Ellen's the type of person who thinks like she's friends with everyone. But like, if you're a bitch, like you're not going to be well liked.
Well, I mean, I think the only reason why she's she's big and successful because she's been doing it for so long.
Yeah, she's so well known.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody wants to go on because of the platform she's built.
Yeah.
But whether she's nice or not nice doesn't fucking matter. They're there for the fucking clout at the end of the day. Like, low key.
As long as she's like, I don't know too much into the details of like everything that's been happening with her, but as long as she's like not being discriminatory or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh,
but I don't know. We never really know what the atmosphere is like at the company. Because, okay, I don't want to like name names or be specific, but like I've worked somewhere where like the head of the company was just completely like not nice, like wouldn't pay bills and like would throw things at the employees, and it's like,
yeah, throwing things at employees,
that's not right.
That's different. That's not okay.
Like,
there are laws.
Like I've had things thrown at me. My coworkers have had things thrown at them. It's like, yo, how do you expect us to like you or to want to do or to want to be here and like work? Because then what happens is the company has such high turnover.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, if this was to get exposed or leaked or some shit, like, wouldn't they be fucked?
Yes.
Yeah. So like,
I think things are coming, but whatever. I can't speak too much to that, but yeah, like there's this account that like exposes like fashion brands. It's called Diet Prada. I don't know if you've heard of it. They do a lot of like exposés on brands about like racism in the company or like really messed up designers who will be super toxic in the work environment. So something might happen.
Oh my fucking god, that's fucking crazy. Sorry, you were going back to how to make money on this platform.
Yeah, so I'm still like early on into, like I said, the career. So I'm still like learning things. And during the pandemic, I had lost both my jobs because of this pandemic. So I had just one really fucking long summer. And we were talking about like motivation before, and I didn't want to be stuck on my phone all day. So I did like 6 different certifications online. And the certifications that I did, it's like where if I put them on a resume, it will look impressive because it's like organizations that are well known within my industry. So I was doing that, but making money off the platform, there are websites that you can go to as someone who's like an aspiring influencer.
Yeah, well, somebody who wants to be bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to be fucking bigger, so like.
True. So you can go on like specific websites and like it's almost like you're putting up an ad for yourself and your profile, and you could put up your ad or your profile, and like brands will also go on those websites and like nitpick, I guess, from like smaller creators, because there's also things called nano influencers or micro influencers who are like small, like 1,000 followers. But some brands will want to reach out to people with 1,000 followers because even though their follower count is really low, like their base. Like their base, everybody listens to what they say. Like for me, like the other day I just posted a fucking cookie and I had like 30 DMs about this cookie, like, and that's free PR for that brand.
Right, yeah.
And like she had a few follows based off of my follower list. So even though I'm not an influencer, I did influence a few people to go over to that profile. So as someone with less followers, you can post up an ad about yourself or your brand or website or whatever, and like some of these smaller brands might go and like weed you out from those websites, and then that's how you start making money.
Isn't that where a lot of people are saying to do, like through Facebook, like kind of create an ad and use Facebook ads?
Yeah, that's also a thing too. But the thing with Facebook is that's changing your demographic. Facebook is more like older, and like it depends what your brand is, honestly, because like you're not gonna get a 22-year-old off of Facebook, really, you're not gonna get a loyal brand consumer. Off of Facebook. So what like you'll Instagram? Get a one-time buyer. Instagram, you'll get more loyalty from, because we're so active. Like our age range is so active on Instagram, but we're not really on Facebook like that.
I just feel like, all right, so for like basically like strategizing like for this podcast, right? Because I'm trying to look into different types of like marketing platforms.
Okay.
Which is like, I've thought about like Facebook. I've had one person actually told me like, yo, Facebook is really big for starting off like small. And then Instagram is more, people just care more about like dating and like, you know, looking at girls, like liking girls' pictures or guys' pictures.
Yeah.
Like not really too much influences going on through Instagram.
I would probably go the unconventional route. Maybe I'm not sure really about podcasts, because podcast is still like a fresh thing.
Yeah.
Even though it's been around a couple years, people are really popping off with podcasts now. I would maybe go even to like Reddit and like post clips and like hashtag the shit out of the clip on Reddit, or like title it really well where it's like click worthy, and you'll have like Reddit users watching the clip and the comments will build up. There will be pins on it, I think that's what it's called. And you'll start maybe getting some audience from Reddit. I would try Reddit, to be honest, and I would also do Facebook too. But don't overly saturate yourself from the beginning, because I think that would be really overwhelming.
What's overly saturate?
Like using Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Tumblr, like Twitter, like that's a lot. I think you maybe should hone in on one platform and really go hard for one. And then also Instagram, because that's kind of a given nowadays.
Yeah, right.
So that's something that I would say is probably a good move. And then, of course, you can do your like own research about podcasts, since I'm not that familiar with podcasting. Yeah. But yeah, definitely look into like.
I mean, you should. I mean, I honestly feel like with the things that you may learn, you know, and then you're also learning, like you can really kind of branch off and do like your own little thing, like on the side or some shit.
Like a podcast.
Like a podcast, or like anything else that would be like social media thing. I mean, you're already on Instagram, you're already on Snapchat.
I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel, and I feel like I could actually do well on that. It's just the editing. Like, you would know the editing. I can't.
We both know editing. Oh, we both know the editing.
And it's like you were saying. So like for me, that's so fucking time consuming, and I'm just someone who like I get very antsy, like I want it out right now. I have no patience. That's the one thing like I don't like about myself. I don't have patience.
I would say to just literally just like put a fucking I mean, honestly, you don't even need a microphone. You don't need all this shit. You really just need your fucking. I did a podcast where we only did iPhones. Actually, we have a fucking iPhone right now. I don't know how to tell the camera, but we did a podcast where we did just all iPhones. Kind of looks the same.
Really?
Yeah, it looks the same.
Because the camera's so good now.
And the camera's so good, and also the mic. Like I do taco reviews too. I don't know if you've seen those.
Yeah, I have.
But I literally just do it off the iPhone. I don't have like a camera or nothing. Yeah,
you do the
audio
wide lens, right?
Yeah, I just do the wide. I do the wide. Like I have my girl. She's like good at like using the wide lens and then going to the first lens and the second lens. And the audio on the camera is also really good. I don't use any extensions or anything. Yeah. I just speak very loudly and profoundly. I literally I open up my Premiere Pro. I've only ever done the editing on it once, where I like throw up the numbers and all that shit. I upload the clip and I just do little bits of cut to just shorten it, and then I just export it.
I don't know if you do this, but you could start also wearing a mic on your shirt.
I could do that too, but I want to keep it very simple, because I want people to like be able to just reciprocate it very simply, so they see that it's not hard at all. Like I literally just record it, throw it up on my Premiere Pro, just cut down the video very, very quickly. Or like if you want to, sometimes I don't even cut it down. I just put it up. I already have all the little edits in. It's already been saved.
That's true too, though. Like you don't have to start off like having all the extreme like equipment too. Like a lot of people just appreciate the personality at the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like you don't have to have like some crazy wild like studio like Logan Paul type setup before.
No, you don't, and that's what I was trying to kind of do to a certain extent, because like this is all their shit. I
think this is good because you're proving from the start you're already professional. Facts. But it's not like stretching it to the point where it's like, yo, he's spending too much.
I mean, this is fucking stacks right here, bro. We got like
I would
7-8 stacks or some shit on this.
Yeah, it's like, how much is a mic?
$400.
It's expensive.
Like just for this mic, this piece right here is like $60. Yeah,
they always get you with shit like that.
OD. But I mean, like this is something that I know that I think it's very simple. We just come on, we have conversations, we talk to like anybody in any other industry, and then I posted the video, I put on a playlist, and then slowly I'm building like a library of maybe kids who are like in their 20s or people that are in their 20s. They don't really know what they want to do with their life. They're like, all right, cool. Let me look at this career path, right? Social media and public relations marketing. They'll look at you and they'll be like, oh shit. And I do the clips too. Yeah. Where I do like 5 to 6 minutes for people who like don't have like long attention spans, which even I don't. Yeah. So it'll just start building up and adding up, and then every video can get monetized or not monetized. Yeah.
So. What are you doing now, or like during the pandemic, like work wise?
Just
other than
fucking just this.
Just this? Yeah, it's freaking tough out here. Like, I just went back on LinkedIn the other day to like start looking for jobs. Bro, it's like everything that's posted is
I like flipping shit. Personally, I think like just like literally like you can buy like an old, like if you're really dedicated, just like literally go on like Let Go, or like, and this is a lot of Gary Vee shit, honestly, that I was just doing. OfferUp, right? Craigslist, just look up, buy, like you could even buy iPhones and just fucking resell them for like $150 on eBay.
Really?
Like just look at the timing. Just like go to a desperate seller, somebody who really wants to like sell it off. You have cash in hand. Make sure you look at it, you identify, you make sure it's legit.
You know what I've done that I've been making some money during the pandemic, like on my own, like I'll sell something that, like a piece of my clothing that hasn't lost value. So I've done that.
Exactly. Well, that's also another form of investing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you'll buy something that you think may go up in value.
Exactly.
And then you sell it.
So like even just yesterday, I bought a pair of sunglasses, pricey, but I know that they were a runway piece and nobody's going to have them. So if I ever want to sell them, they're going to be jacked up. Like I'm jacking up that price.
OD. Yeah, like you bought something maybe it's like a limited edition or some shit like that. Like even sneakerheads now, StockX.
Yeah.
Huge.
I did that. I sold like 3 pairs of Nikes and made money.
Huge. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you're good at managing your own money and budgeting and saving, like you're saying you're doing, then you can open up and start flipping shit, right? For me, I've been doing a lot more investing, and I've been talking a lot about investing, I think even on my Instagram and shit. So like Tesla, like fucking Spotify.
Man, I want to start investing in like stocks and shit, but like I would ask my dad, but he's gonna tell me, he's like, don't do it
Really?
because it's gambling. It's literally
it's definitely gambling. It's also
and it's all
research.
about true. You need to be doing your research on each company you're investing in, but also it's a thing where like at the end of the day, if you're a little person, meaning like you don't got that much, like your pockets are not sagging that heavy, like you should not be investing so much, because if you're gonna lose that, it's gonna hurt you.
OD. That's why I also actually go over like investing strategies and investing mindset that they need to have. So it's like, out of all the money you have saved up and you really want to get into investing, right? Only play with 20% of that money.
Yeah.
That money, look at it as fuck you money. That is money that is going to help me or not help me, you know what I'm saying? But
but it doesn't matter either way.
But if you're looking to make a quick buck, investing is not for you. That's where gambling like fucks you up, right? If you're looking at actually like the fashion industry, right? Like you like maybe like Chanel or like Gucci. I don't know if they have like these in stocks or whatever. But take something that you know and you relate to, and then look at the company and stocks. There's so many different stocks. Look at how it's trending, and then be like, hey, I know that Gucci is gonna launch these new pairs or whatever, so their stock is gonna go up, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Or like they're in 5 years they're working on this thing, right? This company is really like working to go up there, right? Then I guess I could go on YouTube, do some of your research.
I'm definitely gonna start asking my brother-in-law to kind of like teach me about like different market like tactics and how to like be strategic about it, because I do have quite a lot saved and I would like to invest a little bit of it.
Exactly.
But also I'm in the mindset right now, I just started recently thinking about it, I have enough saved where if I keep saving I could probably buy like a condo or something, and or a co-op or something, and just like start. I want to be someone who owns a lot of property.
Yeah, real estate.
Because I don't want to, like, I swear to God, guys, I'm not working past 45.
Real estate. All right, cool. Do you have anybody that you know does this like a lot, very heavily?
Well, my brother-in-law has a lot of properties, so I can always go to him for advice. My parents, we own a couple properties. Most of them are in Greece, so it doesn't really apply to here. But I do know a lot of like Greek people in my community who own a lot of real estate.
How's your credit?
It's good.
Where are you looking to buy?
Where?
Yeah, where are you looking to buy properties?
Not completely in the suburbs. Maybe like Whitestone.
But in New York?
Yeah.
Okay, New York.
My first property would be in New York because that's what I know.
Yeah.
Like I know the areas here.
All right.
I wouldn't like go and invest in Florida where I don't know what the community's like or what's being built around there. You really need to know your shit before
you do.
make a bigger move like that.
And like, so it's good. So I would take, again, like if you want to invest and maybe you want to go into real estate, maybe you want to go into stock market, 20% of your money, right?
Yeah.
make sure you have a good credit score. So I'd say like maybe over 700 or 740, 750, 760 is ideal because you're going to get the best like mortgage out of it. And then again, the area, very important to look around, right?
Yeah.
How far is it from you? Start off with like an apartment, just something small. Don't go for like, you know, multi-family house. Like you said, like little co-op, single family cribs. Good spot to start off in, probably something like under $100,000.
I was even thinking like buy a 2-family, rent out the second apartment, just like live in that house until it starts making a return on my investment.
It's good.
And then invest in a second property and leave the first one.
So that's you can do a cash out refinance that way. That's another good real estate tactic that people do. Also, you get taxes for living in the house for like a year or 2 years. So really, really good that you want to do that. And that's also what I want to do. That's why I know so much fucking about it. So what I'd recommend is if you don't really know who you want to ask or you don't really know where you're going to get your information from, where I've specifically gotten from is on YouTube. These 2 guys I've been following for like a year.
Who are they?
And Graham Stephan and another guy called Meet Kevin.
I think I've heard of the second one, not the first one.
Meet Kevin. So I don't know. Basically, this dude just talks about like stocks and all this shit, but they go heavy on real estate. Like they own like $10 million worth of real estate.
Amazing.
I believe. And I've watched them a year ago, and they've blown up on social media very big because all their videos are like very education driven, education forward, and they edit it where it's like a short clip that'll have not a lot of knowledge in that short clip, and they actually do the things they preach, and they just consistently do it. They're almost like daily vlogging, like for like business and real estate.
It's awesome.
So like watch them. You're going to learn a lot from them.
I also have my best friend, my best childhood friend that I've known for like 12 years. Her mom's in real estate, and she was even telling me like, if after this pandemic, like if you can't find anything in your industry, just go get that fucking license and we'll hire you. So I kind of have like nepotism that way, but yeah, like that's my backup plan. Real estate is my backup plan. And
well, you're a good talker.
You think?
I think you're a good talker. I think you're mad interesting.
Really?
Yeah, OD.
Thank you.
OD. That's why I was like, yo, I can't wait to have Chris. I think this is like a fucking dope podcast. Like literally just
good,
like.
I'm excited to see
We're almost saying that 2 hour mark too. Literally.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're like an hour 50 minutes. That's
All right,
crazy. You're gonna be our longest podcast, I think. Woo. That's fucking crazy. I don't know if we should do like a part 1 or like a part 2.
You could.
But I could just fucking release the 2 hour things. Usually it's like an hour.
I'm gonna promote it too. Don't worry. Like drop it. Be like gift for all of you.
Gift. It's gonna be. It's not. This is dope as fuck. I'm so happy to have you on. I wish I could bring Janie on too, cause that would be dope too. I should invite her too.
She could talk to you about gaming. She's a big gamer.
I'll fucking bring her on. Where she live?
I forgot what the area, but she's somewhere like near the QCM.
So wait, it didn't take you that long to get here. Do you live like around
Literally
here?
5 minutes away.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you live?
Yeah.
You live by yourself?
No, with my parents.
With your parents?
In
Do
our
they
house,
live around here?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, dude, right off the BQE. It took me nothing to get here.
What? You drive here?
No, my mom did.
Oh, she drove here?
Yeah.
So she's gonna come pick you up?
No, I might take an Uber. I might do an Uber.
Damn, that's crazy.
I don't even have my license yet.
Really?
No.
Get your license.
Get your fucking license,
I
Chrissy.
want it, but like I don't want it.
Why not?
Because if I get the license, I'm gonna know I want a car,
You want a car,
and then that's
yeah.
money. And like I want to prevent me spending money.
That's so much money, and I feel like you don't take too many Ubers.
No,
You
I
don't?
don't. Like my parents drive me everywhere because my parents are both working from home, so they're always home to drive me places now.
That's crazy. Yeah, listen, we have to fucking have you back on because it'll be dope as fuck. I like the energy you bring. You also have your friend Nicole too.
Yes.
I'm sure she'd come on too.
She'd have a lot to say as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's gonna have shit to say about this one. She's gonna send me a full paragraph like this is what happened.
No, I like her, yo. She brings the vibes too. So yeah, then if we could do one with Wilmar too, fucking come here. I invited Wilmar. He likes to do a podcast. Like it depends on the day. So
where he at right now though?
I don't know. I think he's at home. He had a date yesterday. You know, he's probably like fucking. He's just pussy whipped now, just like fucking. He wants to be.
Can you do, man? When they're pretty, they got it like that.
He wants to be. He's full fathered dad out, bro. Like,
good for him.
He just all he wants to do is he just wants to be like a straight parent. That's.
You know what though? That was always his personality.
Always his personality.
So
OD. Either that or he's sleeping in fucking class. That's it.
True.
What did he remember? What he graduated as?
No.
Sleeping Beauty.
No.
On his certificate, on his high school.
Remember that.
Sleeping Beauty. Everybody got an award. Like he had like perfect attendance in Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my god, that sounds so much like him.
That's so fucking.
Anyways, you guys, thanks again for having me.
Thank you. Leave a like if you enjoyed the podcast. Comment down below, and don't forget to fucking subscribe. The subscribe button's right there. Just click that shit. All right. Thank you for coming on, Chrissy.
Bye.
Peace. Fuck.